I had been reached out through a rescue to foster a kitten who desperately needed a home, and I just started freaking out because I'd never had a cat before. "What are you doing here, little guy?" Personally, I never really back then saw myself getting a cat in general. He has these big orange patches, unfortunately, that make him look kind of feral, but I said I'd give it a try. So I went to Walmart and I picked up a laundry basket, and I went and picked up this very tiny kitten. I was nervous, but at the time, I was also only thinking it was going to be 2 weeks max. It was hard getting him adjusted. Obviously, he's never been in a real home before. I pretty much just turned into a helicopter parent, making sure he didn't get into anything dangerous. I had bought him this little collar with the bell so I could hear where he was at all times. And it's so sad but so cute because you can see him exploring and he gets so curious, but then he kind of freaks out and runs back to me. If I'm being honest, I'm noticing some of you are still watching but haven't hit that subscribe button yet. That actually makes me a little sad because this story gets so much better, and I share rescue journeys like this all the time. It would mean the world if you'd subscribe right now. Obviously, I am not made to foster because I can't let them go. That's how I got my dog, Bella. But I decided that I was going to socialize him with other animals at a local pet meetup. He was being fairly scared of the other cats at the meetup because he'd never seen another cat before, so I thought he would be an only pet forever. "I'm over here, buddy." But someone reached out to me again saying, "Hey, we know you have that foster kitten. We have another orange tabby who needs a home." Because Marley had never seen another cat before, I was in denial. Absolutely not. But his life consisted of sleeping all day waiting for me to come home, so I thought maybe there's that slight chance that Marley will understand that this is a companion and he'll be gentle. So the first night that I had brought the new kitten home, we just let them smell from the crease at the bottom of the door. And then that turned into me holding the new kitten and they would just smell each other like that, which turned into a few weeks later, off leash, and they just started playing together. And now they are so in love with each other, it's shocking. So Marley has been helpful in some ways, like teaching the new kitten how to use the litter box. If the new kitten can hear Marley eating, then he knows where the food bowl is. Also, the sound of the collars, the new kitten can follow Marley everywhere. Good boy. It's like, what do I do without them now? Marley loves being a big brother, but here's where things got really interesting. About 2 months into having Marley, I started having these terrible migraines. I've dealt with them my whole life, but they'd gotten progressively worse. One evening, I felt one coming on, that familiar pressure dulling behind my eyes, that sensitivity to light. Before I could even get up to grab my medication from the bathroom, Marley jumped onto the couch. He started pawing at my face, gently but persistently, like he was trying to tell me something. Then he did something I'll never forget. He pressed his forehead against mine and started purring. Deep, rumbling purrs that seemed to vibrate through my entire skull. I know it sounds absolutely crazy, but the pain started to ease. Not completely, but enough that I could actually function and think clearly. I looked it up later that night. Apparently, a cat's purr frequency, which is between 25 and 150 hertz, can actually help reduce pain and promote healing in humans. This little rescue kitten I didn't even want in the first place was somehow becoming my personal therapy animal, my own little healer. The rescue agency called a few weeks after that. They'd found a family interested in adopting Marley, a nice couple with 2 young kids who specifically wanted an orange tabby cat. I should have been relieved, right? This was the plan all along. Foster, help them heal, then let them go to their forever home. But when I hung up the phone, I sat on my kitchen floor and just cried. Actually cried. Over a cat. Me. The person who swore up and down she'd never be a cat person, who always said dogs were superior. But here I was, crying over a cat. That's when I realized I couldn't do it. I couldn't let him go. Marley wasn't just some foster anymore, he was mine. And somewhere along the way, I'd become his. I called the rescue back and told them I was adopting him officially. The woman on the phone laughed and said, "We were wondering when you'd call. We could tell from your updates you are a foster fail waiting to happen." Now, 2 years later, Marley runs my entire life, and I wouldn't have it any other way. He wakes me up every morning at 6 a.m. by sitting on my face. He knocks things off my desk while I'm working because apparently he needs attention right this second. But here's what most people don't see. Marley knows when I'm having a bad day before I even do. He senses my anxiety attacks and immediately sits on my lap. That same deep purr grounding me back to reality. When I had the flu last winter and couldn't get out of bed for 3 days, he never left my side. My friends who knew me before Marley can't believe the transformation. My Instagram went from travel photos to 90% cat content. My apartment is filled with cat trees, toys, and literally hundreds of photos of an orange tabby doing nothing. I'm that person now, the crazy cat lady. And honestly, I've never been happier. The rescue still shares Marley's story as their favorite foster fail. They use it to encourage people to take a chance on fostering, because you truly never know which animal is going to completely change your life. I thought I was doing Marley a huge favor. Turns out he was doing me a much bigger one. Last month, I started fostering again, a senior cat named Bella who nobody wanted. Everyone thinks I'm going to adopt her too, and they're probably right. Looking back, I can't imagine my life without that scraggly orange kitten who showed up in that cardboard box, the one I didn't want, the one who somehow knew exactly what I needed. He didn't just become my cat, he became my best friend, my comfort, and my home. Happy, special needs animals and rescue cats go overlooked all the time, but when you work through those challenges, you have the most loyal companion you could ever ask for. And I don't know what my life would look like if I didn't have my cats. So here's my question for you. Do you think animals choose us just as much as we choose them? Or is it all just coincidence? Drop your thoughts in the comments.